From the New York Times, I'm Michael Barbaro. This is The Daily.
No.
Yeah, just leave that.
Welcome to Band Together, a podcast from the family Crest.
Brought to you live from San Francisco and
New York.
America,
New
dude,
York.
live from America.
Live from
Sleepy Hollow.
United
From America.
States of America.
Sleepy Hollow adjacent.
Sleepy Hollow
John.
adjacent. As I was just telling them right before we started recording that I am adjacent to Sleepy Hollow.
the sometimes United States of America.
The used to be
Not
United
re-
States. Oh no.
Hey-o.
Oh no.
So this week we're doing a short episode because we have been busy, and by we I mean Liam has been busy on a special project.
What was that?
You wanna talk about it?
Well,
The project was his birthday. Pew, pew, pew. And Liam and Laura's anniversary. Pew, pew, pew. That's what it was.
Actually, those were not. Sadly, it did not occur to us that those could be a reason why this is a short episode. But yeah,
But they could have been.
But we
They
could
could
use
have been.
that too.
They
yeah.
could have
We
been.
could use that too.
ate
happy
a lot
birthday.
of good food. Had some search and destroy
Yeah,
cake.
we
which,
saw that on the Instagram.
Whew, holy hell! It's a gut buster, man. Gotta love
It
it.
is a gut buster.
So good, so good. Yeah, thanks to everybody that wished me happy birthday. I appreciate it. It was a nice day. And sorry I canceled the live stream. My voice was extremely, extremely tired. But I'm coming back this week, hopefully. My voice is still, it's crazy. The fire season, we have had pretty decent air now for, a week and a half or so?
Today was kind of
And-
funky, but
Yeah,
It
but my
was.
voice has just been jacked up since that one day, and I don't know what's going on, but it's been so tired and a lot of fry, and yeah, it's weird.
I just storm around our house in a rage because I spent my entire life not smoking cigarettes because of my flute playing, and now all of that good work is being undone.
you missed out. Could have been smoking this
You
whole
could have been
time.
smoking
You
cigarettes.
could have
So
been
it wouldn't
smoking the
matter now.
whole time, but yeah. Now you got smoker's lung.
I'm too stubborn. I stand by my decision.
You could have been smoking cigarettes and drinking beer like Owen Sutter.
I could have been the cool kid.
Yeah,
in school.
I don't know if the voice exhaustion problems are due to the smoke or the constant insomnia that I face because
That's probably
of the
part of it.
pandemic. Maybe a little bit of both.
That yelling at
But you've channeled that into good with Playlist for Progress.
Yeah, nice segue. Nice, good segue. Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit about that. If you don't know what Playlist for Progress is yet,
Wait, we're recording, right?
we are.
What?
Okay.
We've been recording all of this?
We're so deep into this
Sorry.
now.
Go ahead.
Oh, good Lord. Okay. Welcome to Band Together. Crest podcast thing. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, which, unfortunately, inspiration comes when it comes. And I wish I would have had this idea months ago, if not 4 years ago. But I had this idea. I've been watching a lot of my friends in the music industry. They not really have a way to contribute to the political situation that we're in right now in America. I mean, we're a very liberal band. Monetarily. Well, but that's the other thing. I mean, yeah, monetarily they can't, but we can't tour either. So we don't really have the opportunity to talk to people. And one of the best things about being in a band is that you get to talk to people, you get to listen to different, opinions and ideas, and you kind of get to experience America specifically in a different way because you're spending your time everywhere. But yeah, the last 4 years I think have been hard for us liberals, and when I think it was when RBG passed away, and I just saw this kind of collective groan from everyone, but from the music community specifically, because again, we haven't been able to add anything monetarily to the political situation, and we're stuck in our homes, and we can't tour, and we can't work, and because of streaming, which we've talked about, we don't have any money coming in there, so we make all of our money from touring. A lot of musicians work in the food industry. A lot of musicians work jobs that have been basically shut out. And so, yeah, when RBG passed away, I just saw this collective groan from everybody, and a general sense of helplessness and loss of purpose. And I had this idea for this site, and I called up my friend Ben, who Ben's been on the podcast. He used to be an opera singer. We met him years ago. Ben Cohen is the one that kind of was the catalyst for the Family Crest in some ways, because he introduced me to Owen, and then Owen introduced me to classical music and everybody involved in it. And so he is an opera singer, but he's gone into software engineering. And I called him up and I was like, I have this idea. Is it feasible in the time? And is it worthwhile? And he said, it's insane to try to do this in a week and a half to 2 weeks. But it's definitely worthwhile if we can get, the fans and the bands behind it. And the idea is bands, which if you are in a band, you can still submit music up till election. But they submit songs, most of which we try to find, what's the word I'm looking for?
Exclusive.
Thank you. I'm tired.
Or unreleased tracks.
Unreleased, exclusive, acoustic versions, remixes, things that you can't get anywhere else. And they can put as many songs as they want. They can either have a single or a collection of songs. And you can go as a fan and choose one of those options. And when you click a little button next to it that says donate, you are taken to an ActBlue site. And ActBlue is kind of an organization aggregate of sorts. They take all sorts of
it's like a political fundraising platform.
Yeah, they take all sorts of different progressive organizations that need fundraising and kind of mash them together. And you can choose from a laundry list of things and make your own fund. And we chose to focus on voter rights and fighting organizations fighting voter suppression. And so basically you go to ActBlue, you click donate. You can donate the minimum amount. A song is $5, a collection is $10, or you can get the playlist for progress, which is one song by a band of your choice and then a random 9 other songs that are from artists on the platform. So you can find some new music in the process. And you can donate more if you want. But if you make that minimum donation, you get a message from us that says, thank you so much. And that piece of media that you wanted. So it's just kind of a way for us, having kind of been put out of work, to use what we do and our art and our music in a different way and give it a different kind of value. And give you guys some unique content and give you the feel-good opportunity to donate to progressive causes. So yeah, that's the general idea. We released it on Friday after a grueling 2 weeks. Because it's like a week and a half, 2 weeks. We had to basically make the site manageable from a manual perspective. So every band that signs up has a conversation with me and as I get to load all their information and create all of their images and stuff. And
all the bands who have contributed are so amazing.
They are the best.
We've talked about many, if not all of them, on this podcast
before.
About
most of them before, yeah.
Go check it out. Go check out playlistforprogress.com to see all the bands that are participating.
Not gonna lie either. Like, it's been really great to the people that I didn't know get to kind of meet new people and chat with them about, their ideology and why they're doing this. Because there's so many reasons to do it.
And there are just some, especially some local musicians who are just so cool and ingrained in the community here that I am just so pumped are on the platform. Jeremy Lyon, Cody,
Cody.
Of course, our good buds, Avi, Pat, Goodnight Texas. We got Maddie Sipes. I mean, it's a great list.
It's a laundry list of amazing artists, and you could join too. So if you're an artist and you want to be on the platform and you have some people that you think would want some acoustic versions or remixes of your music, then message me. You can message me at liam@playlistforprogress.com and I'll send you the submission information. And also, just throwing it out there, if you don't have unique exclusive content, but you really want to be a part of it, as long as you own the music that you're sending me. So if it's from an old record, as long as it's cleared through your label or your publishing or yourself, and as long as it's not a cover, then by all means, we'd love to have anything that you got, because I think every person that joins can make a difference. And it just gives us a reason or the ability, I think, at the end of the day, to say as artists that we did everything we could. Because that's the hardest part of this right now for me, was sitting around and going, well, what can I do? And that's kind of what I've heard from all the artists that have signed up. They've kind of all been on the same trip of, finally, I can at least be like, well, I tried. I did something.
I will say, though, that a lot of the bands and artists that we've talked to are also doing volunteering.
Totally. But it's just an added kind of bonus to be able to use your artwork for a good cause and what you believe in.
Now,
well, speaking of playlists,
wait, John has a comment.
I'm saying I want to ask a few questions just to clarify for someone who might not, totally understand. So you said that if they pay the $5 for like a song, they're taken to the Vote Blue website. Is that
Act Blue? Yeah.
And that donates to other liberal causes or whatever.
So
there's basically Act Blue is an aggregate site where political campaigns and other political organizations can fundraise, and anybody can go onto Act Blue and create their own fund that will split contributions between various organizations or political campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
We decided to go with supporting organizations that are fighting for voting rights and fighting voter suppression.
Mm-hmm. Organizations like Fair
Fight. Yeah. Stacey Abrams's
is that what this money will be specifically going to then? Is those
it goes
like voter suppression stuff and whatnot that you picked out?
And part of the reason we did it the way we did is that, we wanted to make it, and I should just make it very clear, there's no money being exchanged on the website. So the website actually has nothing to do with any donations at all. We're just guiding you somewhere. So basically all donations are done off site, and then, you get your song from us. And so it's kind of a win-win. You get new music and you get the feel-good opportunity.
So the website kind of, once you make the donation, you just know that someone's donated and now they get this thing.
Yeah. So basically we created I don't know if I should call it an algorithm, because I tech talk.
The algorithm. Yeah, let's call it the
computer science lesson with Liam.
We like that word. I like that word, algorithm. That makes sense to me.
Algorithm's a good
Let's
word.
Go with it.
Basically, so we talked about hackers last week. So basically, if you go on and you watch the movie Hackers and you see what they're doing and you see that's what Ben Cohen does. There's basically it's kind of like, what was the other movie we talked about?
Swordfish.
With the snakes.
If you go watch Swordfish.
And then
what Ben Cohen does is he's really good at snakes, and he creates a snake algorithm.
He's the best at snakes.
He's the best at snakes. But basically, what happens is when you donate, our system, you get a receipt from Act Blue, and then our system knows that you've made that donation, and you get your track from us.
Gotcha.
And we decided to focus also on voting rights and anti-voter suppression causes, specifically because that is a bipartisan issue, in my opinion.
Sure.
It's a nonpartisan issue.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not for fighting voter suppression, then
get out of America.
Get out.
Even though it's a very American
this is a democracy.
Yeah, that's a pretty un-American ideology, I would think. But anyway, so basically that's kind of how it works. And we've had a lot of artists talk about how this could do good post-election, but and with other funds and things like that. But right now,
our eyes on the prize.
Eyes on the prize.
The prize is November 3rd.
We'll see what happens after. We'll see how many people like it and want to keep it going. But for now, we're just trying to make a change and be able to sleep at night. That's the main, not rip our hair out. Mm-hmm. And I miss having kind of shorter hair. and I can't get that shorter hair until the pandemic's done.
Get that
you
haircut,
can.
man. Get that haircut.
And I can't.
I got a pandemic cut in my garage.
Laura got a
Willy.
pandemic cut. I got a.
Well,
I cut my hair every
thinking
week,
about it.
dude.
I'm thinking about it, but honestly, it's hard to go outside and like want to freaking get a haircut when the president's fucking coughing on people.
I've offered to cut your hair so many times.
Guys, I'm not letting. It's not happening. Laura's not cutting my
They've
hair.
been pushing for that. The Discord wants it. The chats on the live stream want it.
Everybody wants it.
I'll say this: my hair is long enough now that I can actually put it in a ponytail.
Oh, dude,
which is it's uncomfortable.
How bad of a job could she do?
I would do.
You already have you got the man bun and shit already.
No, I don't have. Hold on. I have a ponytail, which is I don't know if it's worse than a man bun because at least the man bun like sits up. My ponytail just looks like a weird tail. It's like just long enough to not be a rat tail.
I wonder how I got that name.
Oh, I got it now. I never understood that. It makes sense. Anyway, so now another segue. Playlist for progress. Go donate. Playlist. Let's talk about our playlist
for us.
Our playlist.
Our playlist for us.
That's good.
Us and only
playlist
us.
for it's my time.
It's my time. And
it's our time.
Playlist for Owen.
Yeah.
Playlist for Owen. Yeah.
I guess I'm going first. Like you can't say that and not go first.
Go ahead.
All right, I got 3 picks.
Oh damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. Anyway, my first one is a band from Pittsburgh called Jack Swing. They're impossible to Google because if you Google Jack Swing, Google just wants you to know about New Jack Swing, the music genre from the late 80s.
Wait, what is New Jack Swing?
New Jack Swing was like a R&B kind of hip, like early hip hop thing.
Is it that is that New Jack?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what? I'll leave it up to you. You can Google New Jack later. New Jack Swing. New Jack
Maybe
Swing.
I'll put a New Jack Swing song on the playlist
anyway,
so that people can.
Jack Swing's cool. It's like it's kind of like a mix of like early 2000s indie, but with like definitely like some prog stuff going on.
Okay.
They're dorks.
Cool. So we get along with them.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it a lot.
Okay.
What's the song called?
I'm going with "Get What's Mine for You."
That's a great.
Okay.
Whatever
Get
that
what's
means.
mine for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got it.
Okay. Number 2, I'm going Topaz Jones, which my girlfriend introduced me to. Topaz Jones is super cool. He's the 23-year-old, like they call him a rapper online, but he's like not. He's more. His like originally was a funk guitarist who like started rapping too. So it's like neo funk, very slick, cool, kind of like neo disco sound. And he does rap some too and sing, but I don't know. It's just like I heard it on the radio. I was like, this dude is so much cooler than me. God damn it. Then I found out he's 23, and I'm like, all right. So
What's
we're gonna go with Toothache.
Toothache?
Toothache.
Toothache.
Like when your tooth hurts.
Like
Gotcha.
a
toothache. Excellent.
Okay.
And then 3, I'm going classical. I'm going the Brahms Schicksalslied, which means Destiny song, Destiny lead.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna jump in on top of Owen.
Well, is Owen? Are you
Well, that was 3.
talking about it?
I am.
Oh,
was
he's not
going
done.
to
Say.
Oh, tell me more. Tell me more.
So Liam, you love the German Requiem, right?
I do.
So he wrote this right after the German Requiem.
Fun fact: German Requiem. Listen to Batman Tim Burton 1, and you'll hear Brahms Requiem because it was totally ripped off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Batman.
Da 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 dee da. Yeah.
The Batman.
Anyway, Brahms in that weird like period where he was trying to figure out what to do with his first symphony, he wrote a whole bunch of choral music. So he wrote the German Requiem, I think, right before Schicksalslied. The German Requiem's like, I don't even know how long it is. Does anyone know?
It's like an hour.
It's an hour plus
ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the longest.
Yeah, maybe 90.
It's the longest Brahms
80
work.
minutes, 90 minutes.
And you sing pretty much the entire time. It was a lot of memorization, and it's super beautiful. It's super beautiful.
And Chickasaw Sleet's way shorter. It's like maybe 12, 15 minutes, something like that. Just really beautiful though, really kind of transcendent. It's one of those pieces like anytime I put it on, it just kind of makes me feel like I'm somewhere better than here. So
what Requiem do we think has been featured the most in popular film?
Mozart,
Verdi,
probably.
Brahms?
Which one's Verdi?
See, most people don't know it. If I played you the opening of the Dies Irae, you'd immediately be like, "Oh, that."
Hum it.
It doesn't have. It goes beep boom, beep boom, beep boom, beep boom, boom boom. You can't. It's very hard to hum.
I'll play it for you later.
Oh. I still think Mozart's used more.
It could be, but I think they're both used a lot. There's a commercial right now that's like playing currently during sports games that has the Verdi Requiem.
Huh.
But anyway, I love this Chickasaw Sleet. It's one of those like if you need a little bit of like calmness in your life, just put it on. You'll feel better.
Which we all do.
I prefer. I like the Johnny Lake Gardner recording a lot. That's good. If you can't find that one, John, the Peter Haraway one's pretty good with Frankfurt, but Johnny Lake Gardner's better.
I mean, Brahms, all of his choir stuff, well, all of his music, but it's so lush. It's so like his chords are just like a warm blanket, which is what I like. So, yeah,
he's not bad.
He ain't bad.
He knew what he was doing.
He's fine. Well, okay, so this is my tie-in's perfect then because I am deciding. So my songs are going to be from my shows because I've been doing 90s movie music, and it's been hard to choose the songs, and this week it's late 90s, and I'm still debating if I'm going to play this one. I don't think I am because there's too many songs, but it's a German master, much like Brahms. Very lush. It was featured in a movie called The Matrix, which also has hacking.
So much hacking.
And it's the German band Rammstein with Du Hast. So I'll put that on my list. I wasn't going to, but now that you've said Brahms, and
gotta do Rammstein.
You gotta do Rammstein if you're going to talk about Brahms. And then let's see.
Brahmstein.
Brahmstein.
Brahmstein. Oh man, that's going in your douchey pun list for sure. That's awesome. So last week I did. I'm gonna do 2 and 2. So last week I did the scariest thing I've done probably ever on an acoustic guitar, which was Bohemian Rhapsody, which I took very seriously, and then I watched it, and it's just it's impossible not to laugh at me because I'm like, Mamma Mia. I'm like all over. Like, it's hilarious though. Watch it if you haven't seen it. It's saved up there. It's ridiculous.
There's a lot of notes in that song.
Yeah,
man, so many notes.
I mean, so many ups and downs, tempo changes, like vibe changes. Yeah, it's quite amazing.
It's crazy. It's such a insane piece. I mean, like it is straight up classical music. It's very, very difficult to figure that thing out. And also, like, a lot of the things, they do these changes that seem like they're going to go a half step lower than they actually do. And they do these, like, very, very smart scales that just land exactly where they should, but you are impossible to hear because they don't make sense unless you actually do it right. So
did you sing the guitar solo, or did you play it on the guitar?
I did, but I was okay. I'm just gonna be honest.
You did what? You sang it?
I sang it, but I'm gonna do this thing again because I was not, usually I don't say that. I was not happy. It was fine. I was not happy with it because I'd been practicing it a lot. The problem is that song has so many lyrics.
Yeah.
And so many chord changes. And usually I try not to rely on a lyric sheet, but in that song it's almost impossible. And it was so large that I had a massive monitor with it behind me. And then I had it on the excess on the other laptop so that I could kind of read what was going on. And I completely got lost right before the solo, and I forgot, I have to jump down an octave here or else I can't hit these notes. And I forgot. So I ended up going higher than I anticipated.
The whole solo is just kind of scales though. It just keeps like going up and up.
It's not hard to sing. Yeah, it actually like the scales they're doing are not hard to sing. It's just it's really up there, and if you start a little too high, you have to jump down at a very specific spot, or else it's impossible. So anyway,
my favorite thing that you covered in that show though was Gangsta's Paradise.
Oh, I did cover Gangsta's Paradise.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was
I was like, I didn't know how you were going to do it. And then I was like, oh, that actually kind of worked.
I mean, that song is just a gem of a song. Yeah. I love it. And also my dad shouted out in the live stream. That's a Stevie Wonder chorus line. So
he did. He's got those ears of gold. Mark McCormick.
Mark McCormick and his ears of gold. So my second choice is a song from Forrest Gump, Against the Wind, Bob Seger. It's amazing. I have fond memories because Charlie Gieseke and I are really into that song. And when Charlie would be driving the bus, I remember every once in a while I'd step up there and we would sing Against the Wind as we drove in the middle of the desert. So great song. For this week, being late 90s, I'm going to go with Can't You Trip Like I Do from the Spawn soundtrack by Filter and the Crystal Method. And it wouldn't be a late 90s playlist without I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Sung by Aerosmith and written by, oh my God, how am I forgetting her name?
Diane Warren?
Yeah, prolific songwriter. Genius. So you mix those two groups together and you get magic. And that's it for me.
I guess I'll go next.
Great.
I have a sick playlist.
Oh, you do?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay. Yeah. Prepare yourselves. Okay. So first of all, Kelly Rowland of Destiny's Child fame and Kelly Rowland fame released a new song called Crazy. And it's kind of got like disco vibes.
Nice.
I'm very into it. It's a nice.
Always into disco.
It's a nice late summer jam.
Summer.
My second pick is Lauryn Hill, Freedom Time, from her MTV Unplugged show.
How did you come across that? Because that song is 2002.
You know, the Apple algorithm is constantly confused by me because I listen to so many different types of music, and it I had been listening to some of her other albums, and so it kind of popped up in my recommended, and I was listening to it, and she is the woman is like outer worldly. I mean, this was a live recording. It's just her and a guitar, and her voice is just it's perfection. It's amazing.
Well, I mean,
the track is amazing.
Lauryn Hill too. I mean, I could have done this. I could do this late 90s, but Sister Act 2. I mean, Lauryn Hill and Sister Act 2, that brought us all to our knees when she sang, well, there was Joyful, but there was, I sing because I'm happy.
It's okay. We can leave her to sing her songs.
Wow. Wow. Fine. I won't be singing Lauryn Hill. It's her fault. There you go. If you wanted to hear it, write her some angry messages.
My third pick is Fiona Apple, who released her first album in many years earlier this year. The album's called Fetch the Bolt Cutters.
Oh.
And the song I
picked
is called,
you know what that's from?
It's I think I read that she took it from an episode of this like British serial killer show called
I thought it was from Handmaid's Tale.
No, I think it's from this British serial killer show. Anyway, we'll fact check this. But she has this song on it called Under the Table, and it is a very Fiona Apple-y song, but it also perfectly describes like this very particular situation that we've all been in, which is where you're at a nice dinner and somebody says something that gets under your skin and you try to let it go, but you can't let it go. And so then you like start addressing it, and like the person you're there with is like kicking you under the table, being like, don't go there. But you're like, I'm going there. And like the chorus is, it's basically like, you keep kicking me under the table, but I won't shut up.
And it's definitely like, it's it's like early Fiona in terms of her style. I mean, her voice has not changed at all.
Yeah, she's
it's so
amazing.
Precise.
So yeah, it's great. I mean, that whole album is really, really interesting and great. And like, you know, everything has many levels of meaning and layers of
as usual
suggestion.
You know what actually makes like no sense to me? The fact that she's a big time New York personality and Rufus Wainwright is a big time New York personality. They've both done covers of words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. Across the universe. They've both done covers that I can't choose which one's better. They're both amazing. They both are some of the best vocalists out there with a focus in kind of dipping their fingers into both classical and jazz. They have never, to my knowledge, collaborated. I would pay good money for a collaboration. You hear that? I know Rufus Wainwright is a big fan of Band Together. And I know that Fiona Apple she doesn't like to admit it, but Fiona, I know you like this podcast. So I'm telling you, I'll give you $10. That is one compilation on Band Together. Or on
Playlist for Progress. Okay, well on that
just so you know, Laura, real quick.
Do it.
The title Fetch the Bolt Cutters is a quote from the British-Irish crime drama television series The Fall, where protagonist,
we've seen that,
a sex crimes investigator portrayed by Gillian Anderson, recites the phrase while investigating a crime scene where a woman was tortured.
Pleasant.
I did watch that, and it made me scared for many weeks after.
That doesn't seem like the show for you.
It's a creepy. It's exactly the show for Laura, but it's a creepy.
I have to watch those kinds of things during the day.
Yeah.
Anyway, my final pick is Maddie Sipes, who's on Playlist for Progress. Nice. She dropped a new track called Devotion, and she has a very like sultry, sensual vibe always. And this one is actually kind of a new direction. So I was digging it. So
Maddie has this,
give it a listen.
One of my favorite voices like of all time. It's kind of like this husky,
ridiculous,
like smooth, but kind of like
on point, but still sounds casual.
Has a little rasp.
Yeah.
Like she's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you forgot your other pick.
No.
Fees.
Which song though?
Hilly Billy or
is it Hilly Billy fan?
I can't.
Or is it Willst du eine Banane?
Yeah.
So like
she closed her phone before I could read it. I think she was embarrassed by her last pick.
I do not endorse fees.
I mean, okay, she can say it all she wants. But I think she wants a banana. I think that's what she wants. So it's going on. My goal is that Band Together brings them so much
international, not just Austrian acclaim, but international acclaim.
Well, they thought Hilly Billy fan would make them pop in America. They thought they were going to break
into it. They thought they were going to break into that.
I think they misread the cultural vibe a little bit.
We've all been there.
I'm a Hilly Billy fan.
All right.
Oh God.
I'm gonna go with, so of course we know Eddie Van Halen died, so I'll throw Van Halen track on there. I'm gonna do everyone likes Jump, and I'll do that too, but my favorite's actually Panama, so I'm gonna throw Panama. So good.
Is that Scott? Well, actually, is that Scott Stapp singing it?
Yeah, sure.
Hot for Teacher is a dope song too, just because that drum thing at the beginning.
Yeah. But
well, and actually, John, if you're doing Van Halen and you don't want to do too much Van Halen in terms of the picks, you should throw up that dope cover of Jump that the Bird and the Bee did.
No, they did a whole album.
I know.
Oh, yeah, their whole Van Halen album, right? We've talked about that.
Jump is legit.
Yeah, we talked about it.
We've talked about this before on the podcast.
I'll throw that on there.
Yeah. So that's dope. Check that out. My next one is there's some just tracks I've been listening to lately. Randomly come up, or my girlfriend will be listening to them or something. I Don't Feel Like Dancing by the Scissor Sisters.
Hell yeah.
I have a cover of that.
It basically sounds like Bee Gees to me, and I love it. And I love it all day.
I love the Scissor Sisters. They have a song. They have a song called Laura.
Nice.
It's pretty sick.
I feel like Scissor Sisters are like the Bee Gees and Elton John. That's what it sounds like. A combination of, like some of the songs. Yeah. That's kind of what my vibe is of them. But I haven't listened to that much. I haven't listened to that much Scissor Sisters, to be honest. But
that song's really good though.
But that song's dope. So
I don't feel like dancing. Yeah, it's dope.
My next pick is it's a song called Mama Used to Say by Junior.
Oh yeah, I know that song.
Yeah, it's like
Junior.
Mama used to say something like that, like
Junior.
Yeah, Junior, like spelled out Junior.
I feel like I would know it if I heard it.
You probably would. It's pretty like it's pretty.
What era?
I'm gonna look it up really quick
because I know Junior Senior, which
it's not
actually.
I mean, it's old.
Yeah.
Early 80s, late 70s, maybe?
Something like that.
No
That's
idea.
me just completely pulling that out of my ass. But I bet early 80s, probably.
Well, this has to be. Oh, this has to be okay. I'm looking it up, but it's like a reissue edition, so it's like 2012. Yeah.
1982.
There you go. Okay, that sounds correct. But yeah, I had never heard that before, and then I heard it recently, and I was like, there's hella there's some really good remixes of the song as well. I like the original because it's but there's a couple remixes that are pretty dope.
You're a purist. You're an original. You're an originalist.
I don't like remixes.
You're
so
a textualist.
Much. Yeah, I don't like remixes like that often.
That was a Supreme Court joke for all of you.
Oh, see, I never knew Junior was British. I always thought he was American.
Yeah. I didn't know
he was like a black funk dude from like the late 70s. Just figured he was American. Nope, English.
Yep. All right, sick. And then my final pick is Dolly Parton, "Coat of Many Colors." A coat of many colors. And I picked this because I was listening to Dolly Parton, and we've done like 9 to 5 and Jolene a million times on but I picked this one in particular because Dolly Parton has this like Christmas line coming out from Williams-Sonoma of like
and an album.
She dropped a Christmas album.
And she dropped a Christmas album, but she has this like whole line of bake holiday bakeware that's like actually pretty like expensive. It's like kind of ridiculous. I was looking into it.
It kind of makes sense in a weird way.
There's like pre-built like gingerbread log cabins, and it's like $130.
Get it, Dolly.
Yeah, I didn't know you could buy that.
Yeah, but
I would.
But the song comes up because she's like on the advertisement for this, she's like, well, when I was young, my family, it's all about Christmas, the holidays and family. And then she talks, and my mom, we didn't have a lot of money, so my mom made a coat, built out of a bunch of rags, and that's how I came up with the song "Coat of Many Colors." So I was like, oh, "Coat of Many Colors," like nice, and I'd listen to the song.
We were bumping that once coming back from tour, right?
Were we cool?
Probably.
Yeah, you and me were driving in the cargo van, and we had like a Dolly Parton.
Did I put on a Dolly Parton? Yeah, I put on a Dolly Parton like Essentials mix or something. Yeah, and it was like
what? I
got like Jolene and 9 to 5, and then it was like "Coat of Many Colors."
And
then
then you start getting into songs you've never heard before.
Yeah, you're like, huh? Yeah, you start getting into like the
Dolly
old
Parton
country stuff too, and it's like, oh, I don't know what this is at all.
I think honestly, Dolly Parton should get a cooking show. Think about this. It could be kind of a variety show where
got
it's
that
like
countryness you love,
and then she has like musicians come on and play a song with her.
Totally.
I would totally watch that.
Yeah. What about a new Dolly Parton Christmas special on Netflix? Why haven't we seen that yet? Waiting for that. Yeah, that should be.
You never
thing.
know.
That seems like a no-brainer.
That's a no-brainer, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Bill Murray has a Christmas special. Like Dolly Parton, sure as hell better have a Christmas special. On Netflix or Hulu or whatever. HBO Max.
Well, we know that Dolly's a fan of Band Together as well. So Dolly, if you're listening,
everyone's a fan.
We are giving you the go ahead for that Christmas special.
Can I add a surprise fifth music pick that just popped into my mind?
Sure.
There's more?
It really did just pop into my mind. Okay, you guys know Charlie XCX?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw her at South by one time.
Like just walking by.
Many years ago?
Like watched her perform or saw her walking by?
Yeah. Yeah, no, like we were at one of the parties, the corporate parties, and she was there performing or whatever. And I remember being like, this girl has a cool sound. Anyway, like 3 months later or something, she just blew up. And her song, I love that song, Boom Clap. I haven't heard that song in so long, but then I was just hearing it in my head.
Boom clap.
It's so cute. It's such that song kind of slaps, to be honest. I feel like it has a good vibe. Yeah. So I'm gonna add it.
Well, there you go. That's a random. I thought that was going somewhere.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere, but I can't disagree. I like that song.
Yeah,
too.
We got a good length playlist here. It's a good, for 15 songs, I think.
Yeah, and the Brahms Schicksal Suite's 15 minutes. So
yeah, it's like 17 songs, and one of them is 15 minutes long. So it's good.
And I want to say this, because we're nearing the end of this thing. After this week, we're jumping into the 2000s, which I'm not sure if I'm splitting into two eras.
You mean nearing the end of this thing, meaning the playlists,
the
world live streams?
I mean the world.
We're nearing the end of the world for sure.
End of this playlist. So if you have ideas for movies from the 2000s that you really want to hear, there's some really good ones. We remember today, Donnie Darko. You got.
We got Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? You got A Mighty Wind. What was the one that you said? John. I literally could do like a John special that was just the Garden State sound.
That's just the Garden State sound.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Actually, that is pretty sweet because it is a diverse, selection of songs.
I feel like people would tune in for that.
Yeah, they might.
Who knows?
They might.
Well, John, you're dating someone from the Garden State.
I am dating someone from the Garden State. Yes, correct.
That's true. Hey, question: Is Liz as big on Christmas as she is on Halloween?
Yes.
So maybe because Laura this year, her goal, she's like, we're gonna have a damn good Christmas. We're gonna do it all up. We're finding all the stuff, which because we've been gone the last two Christmases, so maybe we should have a Christmas off.
A Christmas
between,
off
between us and Liz and see what happens.
I think Liz would win.
Well, I accept the challenge.
We'll see. I'll discuss.
My dad's probably canceling Christmas, so I guess I won't be part of this.
Your dad always wants to cancel Christmas. He just has a good excuse this time.
Exactly. He's found way flimsier excuses than COVID. I don't know if he's even coming back. Straight up, he left.
Where is he?
He's in New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
He left. When did he leave?
That's on brand for him.
He left at the end of July, I think.
Okay.
And he's just gone.
Wait, is his house just empty?
No, there's someone living in it right now.
Does he have an address in New Hampshire? Because that's a pretty cool state to vote in.
No, I don't think he can re-register to vote in New Hampshire.
I should know this.
He bought that camper Sprinter van thing, so they just cruised across the U.S. and then they found a horse ranch, and he's just been working there.
This is awesome. What?
He's like, I wake up at 5:30 and I shovel horse shit. I love it.
I fucking love it.
I love it.
So I don't know if he's coming back. So it's probably no Christmas.
Wow. Christmas is canceled again.
Well, you'll have to live vicariously through our battle.
We'll have Zoom Christmas, I guess. I don't know.
I could hang out on your fire escape and just look in.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
Yeah, 100%. We do backyard Christmas.
Well, I think that pretty much sums it up. This here podcast. Go out and vote.
Vote.
Yeah, I don't know if there'll be another.
Vote.
I don't know if there'll be another episode out before the election. So this might be the last one before the election. So
this might be the last time we see you guys.
So,
ever.
Might be the last episode. I was hoping we get to 10 episodes, but 9's okay.
It was really nice knowing you guys.
Tweet your I voted stickers at us, and I'll retweet them.
Oh, Lauren loves doing that.
Go to Playlist for Progress. Get a song from your favorite bands, or find some new bands. Make some donations. Do a good thing.
Playlistforprogress.com. Also in the description.
I have my sticker right here.
I
haven't filled out my ballot, but I got the sticker. So that's the thing that matters.
I got the sticker too somewhere. I think
that's the only thing that anyone cares about. So.
Yeah.
Voting is the most important.
It is the most important. Go vote, y'all. We love you. Stay okay.
We'll see you next time. Subscribe, rate, review.
See you next time.
Yay.
Love you.
Bye.